How may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
Good luck out there, Shepard.
So we're about to land on the planet Bekenstein in the Boltzmann system of the Serpent Nebula. Now, Serpent Nebula is actually a cluster we visited a lot over the course of Mass Effect 1 and Mass Effect 2. I've just never called it out, because up until this point, there's really only been one place to go in the Serpent Nebula, and that is the Citadel. Yep, we are in the same star cluster as the Citadel. Bekenstein is a bit of an interesting planet because it is a first-wave human colony, and it is particularly an industrial center for the Human Alliance. There's a lot of manufacturing done on Bekenstein. So, why are we here? We are here because of Kasumi. Believe it or not, Bekenstein is not normally a planet you can go to in Mass Effect 2 unless you have the Stolen Memories DLC, which gets you Kasumi Goto, the squad member. Now, as you may remember, when we recruited Kasumi, she asked us for our help infiltrating the mansion of a man named Donovan Hock, because Donovan Hock killed her partner, both her partner in crime and her, personal romantic partner, Keiji. And Keiji had a greybox, which is something that stores information and memories, and it's illegal most places. And Donovan Hock killed Keiji to get to this greybox, and Keiji was smart enough to the information that was really dangerous that he had come across, and he wanted to protect Kasumi from. He actually entangled that information in his memories of his time with Kasumi Goto. So, you have to basically relive Keiji and Kasumi's time together to get the information. So, Donovan Hock is trying to get at that information, and Kasumi is pissed off. I think maybe the best way to describe it at Donovan Hock she's definitely pissed off at Donovan Hock for killing Keiji, but she's pissed off at Donovan Hock for trying to get at the greybox as well. So she's asked for our help can we please go get the greybox from Donovan Hock, and that she has a plan. And I think one of the things she mentioned is she had taken the liberty of getting Shepard some evening wear. This is an interesting mission in that you cannot bring other squad members. It is Shepard and Kasumi only. One of the reasons I'm putting such a high priority on this one is because over the course of this mission, you find a machine pistol. You may have noticed I like using machine pistols. They're kind of a good weapon for my playstyle. You get a machine pistol, which is very, very good because it has a long range and a very tight grouping of bullets. So you don't have to get as up close and personal as you do with like the Tempest, which is what I've been using recently. So let's head to Bekenstein and let's see what Donovan Hock has in store for us. All right, let's get to it.
Looking good, Miss Alison Gunn. Hock won't be able to keep his eyes off you.
I assume Alison Gunn is my cover?
You run a small but talented band of mercs out in the Terminus systems. Precisely the type of person Hock respects. I took the liberty of giving you a reputation. Papers, witnesses, article in Badass Weekly. Just don't start talking business with him, and you'll be fine.
Remind me, what kind of man are we dealing with?
Hock's a weapons dealer and smuggler. He killed my partner and stole his greybox. Other than that, he's not so bad. Rich, charismatic, willing to crack open a man's skull to get at the neural implants inside.
Take it I'm wearing this getup for a reason?
You'd look really out of place at a society party in armor, don't you think? You look great. You should wear this stuff more often.
Now's probably a good time to fill me in on the details.
You have been waiting patiently. Our friend Hock is throwing a party for his closest friends. A couple dozen of the worst liars, cheaters, and mass murderers you'll ever want to meet. All bringing gifts as a tribute to the man himself. Our tribute is a lovely statue of your old friend Saren, rendered with loving detail and filled to the brim with our weapons and armor. You can keep your pistol as long as it's concealed. They won't hassle you over a side-on. Once inside, we'll make our way to Hock's vault door, somewhere in the back of the ballroom. Then, we case the security and start peeling away the layers. The statue should be there, waiting for you to crack it open and arm up. Then we just waltz into the vault and take back Keiji's greybox. And I'll finally get a chance to say goodbye.
You've worked really hard on this. Keiji must have meant a lot to you.
Was I that obvious? Keiji's greybox holds a lot of priceless personal memories. It's all that remains of who he was. But the secret he discovered is dangerous. I wouldn't bring you here if it wasn't.
This ought to be interesting.
That's what I'm going for. This is our stop. After you, Ms. Gunn.
Hold a moment, ma'am. There seems to be an issue with the statue.
Is there a problem here?
No, Mr. Hock. Just doing a scan.
I don't believe we've met. Donovan Hock.
I've heard a lot about you. Name's Alison Gunn.
And I've heard a lot about you. You've been very busy lately, if the extranet is to be believed.
Sir, the scanners aren't picking anything up.
I don't think our guests would come all the way here from Ilium just to cause trouble. Do you? You may pass through, Ms. Gunn. You were invited after all, but I will ask your companion to remain outside. You understand, I hope.
Care to explain why my friend has to stand outside?
I don't like the look of your friend, so she stays outside. Simple as that.
No problem. You're the host.
Enjoy the party.
Well, that didn't go as I expected.
Any idea why he'd send you away?
No, we've never seen each other in person, and no one knows what I look like. Just watching his ass, I'm sure. I can't blame him.
What do we do now?
We go on with the plan. You'll just have to do all the talking. I'll stay out of sight and stick with you the best I can. We'll keep radio contact in case something goes wrong. We need to find the door and case the security. We'll figure out the next step then.
How did you ever contain that situation in the hull?
Oh, that? A quick application of force, a little pressure, and bam! Done.
Thank goodness. I thought those rabble would dog you for years.
So just a quick little side note. Architecture and building design is something that really, really interests me. And I love the water features on these walls. Uh, it's basically like I don't know. I really like the combination of the rough cut stone, square cut but rough cut stone with the water gently cascading over it, but not being like overly torrential or anything like that. It's a really nice aesthetic touch, and I like it. Let's get back to the party.
Some say Commander Shepard is still alive. Really?
Oh, please. It's wishful thinking, at best.
That goes to a security room. We'll probably have to get in there at some point. Let's case the vault and figure out what we have to do.
Miss Gunn,
We need to case the vault, Gunn. You can chat up Hawk later.
What's your read on that Archangel guy?
I hear he's dead. Or gone, or something. Good riddance, I say.
Very nice. There's more here than I expected. Password-protected voice lock, kinetic barrier, DNA scanner. Looks like an EX700 series. Everything a vault needs to be impenetrable.
This gonna be a problem?
Please, remember who you're talking to. We'll need to get a voice sample for the voice lock. You'll have to go chat up Hawk for that. We'll have to find a password too. DNA, child's play. We should find plenty of DNA samples in Hawk's private quarters. And the barrier? Cut the power. Never fails. If we can find it. Keiji could get through a system like this in his sleep. And I'm better. Let's get to it. It looks like the barrier's power cable runs under the floor here. I'll set your Omni tool to scan for electromagnetic fields. One sec. That should take care of the barrier. There he is. All you need to do is keep him talking long enough for me to get a voice print. Pull out the charm on this one, Shep. Whenever you're ready. After you.
Miss Gunn, good to see you. That scene at the door hasn't soured your evening, I hope.
I understand the security, but who would dare try to break into Donovan Hock's home?
Gunn, in our line of work, we attract a certain element. Few understand the pains we take to keep the barbarians at bay. People these days want comfort, entertainment, love. They don't see that the galaxy is fragile. They only have to worry about simple luxuries. Why? Because people like me and you are doing the terrible things that keep the galaxy spinning. This party is for us, the cleaners, the support structure for the galaxy's gleeful delusions of peace. May there always be a market for the things we do.
I said Get him talking, and you got him talking. We've got enough of a voice sample. Let him go.
Enjoy the party, Miss Gunn.
Once we find the password, we can get past the voice scanner.
I hear Mr. Hock's vault is exquisite.
Who could know? He never lets anyone near it.
Chief Rowe, huh? She sounds like a hard ass. If we could tap into the guard's communications, I could probably use this information. Let me unlock that security room door for you. There we go. Ready when you are.
Take him down.
Grabbing cover.
Can't do it. Sweet. Got something?
The password is Perugia.
Huh. That's the name of the man who stole the Mona Lisa. Nice. I tapped into their communications. Maybe it'll come in handy. Now, I just take the voice sample we got from Hock and... got it. Now we can crack that voice scanner.
Mr. Hock's private rooms are off limits to guests without security clearance.
I have clearance to go in.
On whose authority?
I have authorization from Chief Rowe.
Okay, 1 second. Chief Rowe, Samuels. Have you given access authorization to Mr. Hock's private rooms?
They have access, Samuels. They'll stop bothering me.
Got it. Sorry to bother you, ma'am. Okay, you're clear to go in.
Enjoy the party.
So, quick little tidbit. You may notice up there, down on the rooftop of the building below, there are some guards. So, option number one to getting into Doc's private quarters is to have Kasumi pretend to be Chief Rowe and convince the guard to let you in. Option number two is, you remember when we went onto that outside balcony and found Chief Rowe's information in the first place? On the other side of the balcony, there was the ability to sneak in on the outside of the building If you do it that way, it does mean you have to fight your way in, whereas this way is a more peaceful, just kind of sneak in. Alright, let's get back to it.
Look for anything we can get usable DNA from. Just make it quick and quiet.
It's clean.
It's a plant. Found a sample?
Now a credit sheet.
Not a great saliva sample, but it's still useful. We're going to need more than this for the scanner, though. Empty. Too bad. A cigarette butt would have been a good source. Cleaners don't dare touch treasures like this. We can get some skin cells from the dust. It's probably contaminated, though. We should find another sample. No DNA, but... Looks like Hock's been trying to crack Keiji's greybox. Looks like he's missing something. He hasn't cracked the encryption yet.
Holographic interface. Won't find a sample here.
We can probably get Hock's DNA off the datapad. He seems to have obsessed over this. That should do it. Let's get out of here. That got it. The barrier's down.
DNA identification affirmed. Welcome, Mr. Hock. Password required.
Veruja.
Voice ID accepted. Welcome, Mr. Hock.
I'll check for security cams. Go ahead and get dressed.